What's up, YouTube? It's your favorite cousin, Cowboy Jay, and today I want to talk to you about the sugar diet and how me and my clients have been dropping weight drastically and faster than ever. But not just dropping weight, but we're finding that this could be a lifestyle that we can stick with because how easy it is for us to stick with each and every day, and we're not constantly thinking about food or what we should or should not eat. We're still staying true to the things that we love to eat. We're not overcomplicating things. If anything, we're simplifying it. So as you can see, I got my OJ drink. I'm finishing it off. I just been sipping it right out the fridge. Time for my wife to go get me some more. But yeah, so the sugar diet and what I am doing, my approach is I want to get healthy. Just because you're losing weight, you're losing body fat, you are getting healthy, but that does not mean you are healthy. So let's get that clear. Just because you are fit, you look good, does not mean you're healthy. So you can look at the difference between, just look at bodybuilders. Bodybuilders, they have some of the most amazing physiques, but they're some of the most unhealthy people. So what this diet really is, it's really just a low fat, low to moderate protein type diet, high in carbs. And I say the sugar diet because all sugars are carbohydrates. And if you look out in nature brings us the foods that we should be eating. If you look in the Bible, the things that God gives us as food that he wants us to eat more is fruits. So there's just different things in the Bible. No, I'm not a master mechanic, for lack of better terms, of the Bible. But I know a few things are true, and God put fruit on this earth. He put the vegetables and everything for us to eat. So what I want you to do is just think about that. But if you look at mainstream media, they push us and made it seem that all sugar is bad. And that's the worst thing. For one, a carbohydrate. Just look at the ending of that. Carbohydrate. Hydrate. Carbs help hydrate you. So let's say you're someone who's been on a low carbohydrate diet, higher fat, maybe higher protein. Sometimes a lot of people are battling health issues from having too much fat and too much protein. And I'm still big on getting enough protein, but what I found out to be true is you don't need as much protein as we all say that you should be getting. So, and that's a lot of people's biggest question is, Jay, so what about protein? What about protein? Because the way I coach my clients, we are doing fasting, high protein, and fasting diets. In a way, just a way of living. So when you're so with this high carbohydrate, low fat diet, carbs are a quick energy source for the body to use. Our brain needs it, our body needs it. And it's just so important that literally God gave us this macronutrient so that we can thrive each and every day. Your vegetables are carbohydrates as well. So because of the extra fiber that comes in, if you look on back of a food label, up under carbohydrates, you got fiber that's up under that's a branch off of that carbohydrate tree. So we need all these things. And then of course, you get your proteins and stuff like that, and you can even get your proteins through plant-based sources or from animal sources. If you're asking me, I'm going to the animal sources because I believe that it's more bioavailable and that the body knows exactly what to do with it as well, versus somebody like me who doesn't eat a lot of vegetables but love fruits and proteins. A lot of vegetables don't necessarily agree with me, or I'm just not attracted to vegetables. So me, I would personally rather supplement with like a green powder or something like that to help get my greens in. Do I need to do better with my greens? Yes, I do. I'm not perfect in that way. Do I push my clients to get more greens in their life? Yes. But if greens is something that you hate, you have some type of allergic reaction to it, like bloating or something, then if your body doesn't agree with it, you're not attracted to it, then don't have it in, because you can still get a lot of the great benefits from your fruits that you'll get from your vegetables, or just simply taking a supplement, green supplement. So the secret to my post that I posted the other day about me going from 205 pounds to 200 pounds in 3 days. And my abs have been showing more. Matter of fact, one of my clients just dropped 4 pounds in 4 days. 4 pounds in 4 days. He killed, I told him, hey, starting Monday, let's get you on this diet, because he lifts with me. He's a one-on-one personal training client. And he's literally shedding pounds easy as well. And a lot of my women that I'm working with, they're having more energy. Like from my wife, she has been battling with her energy, having an energy crash midday, not being able to get through her day without feeling tired or sluggish. So then we started implementing putting in more carbs earlier in the day. But the biggest thing is, I want you to get your sugars from the fruits. Eat as much fruit as you want. Eat whatever fruit that you want. Keep the fats really low. So when you do have some type of meat, you want it to be really, really lean. At least 93.7 ground beef, turkey, ground turkey. If you're going for any type of red meat, steak, you want to go for like your sirloins. You want to go for your fillets. Those type of really lean meats is what you want. Chicken breasts, shrimp, like some of your fishes, cod, mahi-mahi. So those are just some sources that you can go for. And when it comes down to dairy, you're not really having much dairy, because dairy is higher in fat, and you want to keep that fat content low. And the reason why that we're able to keep our fat content low from the nutrition that we're consuming is because we have fat on our body. And that is the fat that we're consuming through foods, and the fat that we have on our body is the same fuel source. So if we bring that fat low, and we have carbs high, sugar high, just think about your kids, your grandkids. What is the one thing, if we give them too late at night, what is the one thing we try to keep away from them from having late at night that's going to keep them up? Exactly, sugar. Sugar ain't even necessarily caffeine, but sugar itself, because sugar will wire them, because they're so used, their body is so contagious to that sugar that we as adults don't have that same reaction to foods, because we can sit there and eat some Skittles or some gummy worms. We can have that straight sugar and we don't feel that sugar rush. You get what I'm saying? So then we have to go to caffeine, because we're not getting that energy source that we're looking for. But kids, babies, they are so in tune with their body. They are so in tune with the foods that they're eating that they're able to have that as an energy source. So that's why our kids, as long as you're keeping them active and you keep that sugar in, they're able to thrive. They're not necessarily looking for the more savory, fatty type foods, the butters and the oils and stuff like that. They want more of the sugar. That's why, and personally, I try to keep Luca has never had candy to this day. So we want to keep that, but he loves himself some fruit. Going back to the dairy, try to stay away from the dairy. If you have to have milk, make sure it's like a 0 fat type milk, where it's pretty much just protein, maybe some carbs in there, it's totally fine. Then you can do like Greek yogurt. Greek yogurt is lean. Might have a couple sugars in there because of the flavor, the vanilla flavor, the strawberry flavor, whatever flavor you might get, it might be some sugars coming from that. That's totally fine. But go with Greek yogurt because it's lean. You can go with the 0 fat cottage cheese or whatever. Cheese itself is a fat, not a protein. Nuts are a fat, not a protein. Peanut butter is a fat, not a protein. So when you're looking at these protein sources, making sure that you do keep it lean. And what I do is just try to put a lot of these sugar days together. Just do as many, if you got 7 days, do as many of those sugar days as you can. So this is your plan. I'm giving it to you. Do as many of these sugar days as you can in a row, and what those sugar days look like for me. So I'm not necessarily fasting. If I'm fasting, I'm fasting from solid, real hard, solid food, something heavy like your meats. So I'm having pretty much one meal a day, one whole like meat meal a day. And I say that for at night. That is my dinner. So starting at the beginning of my days, and my clients and my wife, we're having some type of higher carb, low fat type food. Maybe not even any protein at all. So I'm doing fruit smoothies. I'm eating a big bowl of fruit, as much as I want. You really can't overeat. So then that fiber from the fruit, the sugar from the fruit is going to give you energy. The fiber from the fruit is going to keep you full, keep you satiated. You're going to get the micronutrients. So a lot of you are taking like daily vitamins and stuff like that. You're going to get all those vitamins and minerals from the fruits that you're having, which is more bioavailable than the type of vitamin that you might be taking personally. And I'm drinking fruit juices. If you want to go juice your stuff, go juice your fruits and your vegetables. But I'm pretty much just having, like, I have some orange juice. That's my main go-to juice. Some people like apple juice, cranberry juice, and stuff like that. You can have those things. And what I found out that since my energy levels have been through the roof, I'm not having any crashes. Even though I am drinking some caffeine now, I'm usually having to drink caffeine 2 or 3 times out of the day, and now it's 1, and I'm not actually thinking about it because I'm so wired and my body is like really adjusting to getting all these macro and micronutrients, good energy, live frequency, high frequency foods. So I'm light, my stomach is light. I'm not getting bloated throughout the day. I'm feeling energized, and I'm throwing as many days as I can possible together with not having any real solid fatty or high protein meals. So it's throwing my frozen fruits in a bowl, fruit bowl. I'm doing some smoothies, and with these smoothies, it's just frozen tropical fruits. Throwing that in there, throwing some water in there so to make it a little bit more liquidy, and I'm just taking my spoon and I'm just eating it. I have some orange juice throughout the day whenever I want it, and I have maybe 2 smoothies or a smoothie in a fruit bowl once, probably have 1 of each throughout the day. And then dinner comes, I'm ready to eat. I eat as much protein as I want, lean protein. If I want like a potato or sweet potato or some rice, and I make sure I throw some vegetables like broccoli, carrots, onions, garlic. I throw all that in there because those are some vegetables that I actually do like. And I just mix it in, cook it all together, almost like a hibachi type, stir fry type deal. And I just prep one big bowl of that because I'm only having at the most maybe 4 or 5 big solid meals a week. So throw these days together, as many days as you can get together with just these sugar fasting. And if some nights you don't feel like cooking, you don't feel like having any protein, that's totally fine, because we're also going to get the stimulus through our workouts to help us build muscle. You will not lose muscle as long as you're strength training. So I'm strength training at least 4 times a week. I'm doing something every day because that's just my life. I love it. I love to move. So I'm strength training at least 3 to 4 times a week. My clients are strength training at least 3 to 4 times a week. And let me be honest with you, some of them haven't even started working out consistently. My wife hasn't worked out in 3 to 4 weeks, and she is at her lowest weight by bringing her sugar up, bringing her fat down, and keeping her protein at a moderate level. So it's just from everyday people like you and me are experiencing these benefits. So today I want you to take this video, keep this with you, send it over to somebody, and what I want you to do is I want you to comment on this video. I want you to text me personally. I want you to call me personally and let me know the results that you're getting. If you have any questions about what you should or should not be doing, how you should be going about it, how you should be feeling, what should you do on your off days, what should you do if your workplace are going out to lunch, if you want to go out with friends, all these things you want to celebrate, have alcohol, you want to have the breads and the pastas. Let me tell you, you can do all that, because guess what? The key is put as many days together as you can in 7 days. So if you got 4 days out of the week where you're pretty much doing some sugar fasting and one meat meal at night, low fat, moderate protein, high sugar, high carb meal at night, 4 times a week, and throughout the day you just pretty much having sugar, those are wins. Those are the days that you want. So if you do go out with friends for lunch and this morning you had your fruit, you had your smoothie or whatever, go have that meal with your friends. Go have it, because guess what? The next meal, all you got to go do is just go back on your fruit. Just go back on your fruits and your vegetables and making sure that you're drinking your water. So it's something that we can stick with for the rest of our life, because guess what? God put this fruit, these vegetables on earth so that we can be our best and thrive and not just survive each day. So take this, use this. I guarantee you. I guarantee you results. All right. And a lot of you are saying, oh, sugar is bad for you. Don't let the media, these people out here tell you. So you're going to listen. Are you going to listen to God, or are you going to listen to somebody on the news telling you that sugar is bad? If you are a woman, perimenopause, you're going through it, post-menopause, no matter where you are, bring that sugar up. Bring that sugar up. Keep the fat low, because if you got fat on your body is going to use the fat that's on your body as fuel. So you don't even need that coming in. You don't need it right now. So, and which I've learned myself that, hey Jay, go ahead and use the fat that's on your body as fuel. Bring the carbs up, keep the fat low so your body can get the fat off the body. You're going to stay strong as long as you're lifting. You're going to build that muscle as long as you're lifting and doing the right things outside of that. So if you don't know what to do outside when it pertains to, because you want to shed the body fat and be toned. You don't want to shed the body fat and just look like a smaller, flabbier version of yourself. That's the big difference. So a lot of people, they're going on Ozempic. They're getting all these surgeries where their skin is still loose and saggy. That's not why we lift. That's not why we want to get healthier and lose fat and lose weight. We want to look good, get toned, and be strong and confident. That's why we want to be healthy. That's why we lose weight. Why we want to lose weight. That's why we want to build muscle. and build that confidence. All right. So make sure you're stimulating that muscle. You make sure you're getting your fruits and your vegetables more often than not. And then each day, and when you do have that meat, you don't have to stuff yourself, but I want you to focus on getting that protein in when you need to. If you need something else throughout the day, other than the fruit, go get you a yogurt. Go get you a protein shake to go with that fruit. Make you a protein smoothie. Make you a yogurt parfait bowl and throw as much fruit in there as you can to go with that yogurt. All right, y'all. So that is it. And I would just want to say thank y'all for listening. Thank y'all for supporting me. Make sure you like and subscribe. If you don't do nothing else, just subscribe to the channel and make sure you hit that notification bell. Just so that you can see more videos coming from me. You see every time I upload and post. So thank you. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment. Send this video over to somebody that has been afraid of sugar, that needs a little pick-me-up, somebody that has been brainwashed from saying that carbs are bad. All right, y'all. So carbs are your friend. Carbs give you energy. Carbs give me energy. It gives us life. It gives us a sense, it gives us purpose. It feels like it gives us purpose for the day that we're getting ready to show up and kill this day. All right. So love y'all. Y'all be great. Remember, it's your favorite cousin, Cowboy Jay. I love y'all.